What a play from Jacob! And Madison Troy! Tie game! 60. What a catch! Here's coming home. What a play! What a play! The double play from Jerry Langston. And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver. He's advancing home. I don't know if I like it. Oh! No! He got him. Oh my God! He crossed the plate before he was there. In play, that's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And Madison Troy! Tie game! 60. That's in play down the third base line. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. George Rice heads out. Trey Cluxton right.
Steps on second, floats over the first. That's good. He actually did it. That's a rock up.
In play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Philip goes to Parker. Walk off the season.
Cross, get out, ball later.
And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver. Ball's in play. Goes back, Keith McCann. Thomas Playhouse makes the grab.
He's running third. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out.
Push it over to first. I don't know if I like it. As that ball is absolutely tattooed. And what a roll! What a roll from Keith McCann.
That will do it. The Nighthawks are the 2023 AWA champions.
Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Week 9 begins today, and we got a good one. The top 2 teams record-wise. Aces, number 1 at 16-8, and the Enforcers are tied for second with the Pacific Pilots at a record of 14-10. Back in Edmonds, Washington after the All-Star break in South Carolina. We made it. I'm Jack Blouse. Shane Hansen will be up here shortly. And with that, let's take a look at the starting lineups.
Aaron Schofield, Washington State University. Moses Valadez, go Wave.
Morgan Granich, Northwest Guatemalan High School.
Dylan Carroll, Little Man, Big Dreams.
Jack Scholl, Maplewood Elementary.
Kanoa Jandok, University of Washington.
That's your Aces starting lineup, and once again, the 2 lefties, Jack Scholl and Kanoa Jandok, will not be here. So the Aces will continue rolling with the squad that has gotten them to a league best record. Let's take a look at the Eastern Enforcers starting lineup.
Jake Oliver, Seattle Area Pipe Trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evansville High School.
Chase Winkler, Woodmore Elementary.
Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Brock Blouse, University of America Samoa.
And for your Eastern Enforcers, Brock Blouse is not here right now, but he might be here at a later time. A big clubhouse guy is batting .350. So we'll see if he can come here and help this Enforcers team beat the hottest team in the AWA right now. And with that, we're going to send it down to Robert with a rare interview with Jake Oliver. Robert, take it away. A little bit of technical difficulties right there for Robert. He Robert, you are up.
All right, I'm here with All-Star MVP. How does it feel to get that MVP and then get right back going?
Yeah, quick turnaround. A lot better weather here. Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun. Not a lot of walks, which is fine. Hopefully it was entertaining. So thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, what do you expect for the second half of the season? What are your goals as a team and individually for you?
That's all matters.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, Robert. A little bit of technical difficulties right there, but Jake Oliver, fresh off the All-Star Game MVP. The Monday before we left, he was playing the game in a trash bag to get ready for the game. We played it in 97-degree heat. Clearly, he knew what he was doing there as he finished the day 3 for 4 with a home run and a double. 4 RBI. So with that, we are ready to start week number 9. Only 2 weeks left in this regular season. Josh Gradwell on the mound. And although it may be DJ Oliver's Cy Young to lose at this point in the season, Josh Gradwell's just chipping at his heels. So 1 or 2 bad games from DJ Oliver could open the door for Josh Gradwell. Looking at his stats, he's got a 1.92 ERA, second in the league in ERA, second in the league in strikeouts with 76, just behind his cousin Drew Gradwell. A 2.58 whip, so Definitely a front runner when it comes to best pitchers in the league, and unfortunately for him, he's got a very tough task today with the Atlantic Aces lineup putting up historic numbers at this point in the season.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this Aces team fares against the Enforcers today. You know, obviously they've been very hot at the plate this year. They're pretty much leading the league in every hitting category, but you know, it's a tough task when you're going up against pitchers like Josh Gradwell, Jake Oliver, who are so dominant. So we'll see what happens here.
Okay, and with that, we are ready to start. First pitch.
Okay. All right. I got my walk up now. We're good. Don't hit Robin. Don't hit Robin.
Don't hit Robin.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
You can start Aaron Smith.
Can't go up without a walk up song.
That's right.
Oh, there you go. It's on.
So here we go after some. Aaron Schofield said he wouldn't hop into the box unless he got a walk-up song, but Aaron Schofield in the mix for Silver Sluggers, hitting .433. 13 home runs, good for second, and 40 RBIs, good for second. Looks at a first pitch ball from Josh Gradwell.
61.
Be a no pitch there, 1-0 on the speed check. Gets it back right there, 1-1 count. Right down the middle, 1-2. Got him. Strike 3, and that's a quick strikeout there for Josh Gradwell. One away. Dylan Carroll steps up to the plate. He's hitting .370, 12 home runs, 32 RBIs. Had 5 home runs in the prior week. So he's really turned it on as of late, kind of catapulting atop the Rookie of the Year leaderboard. What we kind of noticed is with lefties, they definitely have a higher home run total due to the short porch, but if you're rounding out over to the left side, that usually affects the average. He's still sitting at high 300s. It's definitely a good thing to see for sure. Just like that, he's worked a 3-1 count. Already the second speed check of the day for Josh Gradwell, so he's going to try and dial that back a little bit.
A little too excited up on the bump.
Yeah, when you're facing a quality team like the Aces, you know you got to bring your A stuff, and sometimes that leads to a few speed checks here and there. But he's worked it to full count now to Dylan Carroll. High, and that'll be the first base runner of the day for the Atlantic Aces.
When are the TikTok numbers of
Morgan Granich steps in. Morgan Granich has really come alive here lately. He has a little bit of a
that hit?
I wasn't sure.
I thought it was small. Yeah, looks like it hit on the replay.
1-1.
So it did hit? Yeah.
1-2 count to Morgan Greenwich. Morgan also atop the Silver Slugger leaderboards after having a very solid month of July. Quieted down in the first game of August last week, but that has to do with the wrist injury as he doesn't go there. Now full count to Morgan Greenwich here with a runner on, one out here in the top of the first. Outside barely. So Josh Gradwell hasn't given up a hit yet, but he's walked 2 batters in a row. And now Moses Valdez will step in. He's hitting .407. Good enough for 8th in the league with 9 home runs and 37 RBIs, which is top 4 in the AWA. This Aces lineup is all over the offensive top 8 leaderboards. That's a strike right down the middle. A tough pitch to take, 0-1.
Yeah, it's crazy when he's at the lower end on this team. It shows just how dominant they've been.
Just outside, 2-1 count. Although that was a ball, Josh Gradwell hit 61 again, so definitely something to keep an eye on there as it goes to 3-1 count now. Hits the bottom of the zone, so full count. Second consecutive full count. And consecutive walk on a full count. So Josh Gradwell walks the bases loaded here early, and that's kind of been the only issue he's had this year. When he does have issues, it's command with throwing strikes. He really relies on hitters to swing at some of his junk, and when they're not chasing, it often leads him into a tough situation. So Aaron Schofield steps in.
That's the challenge with a team like this. They not only are they explosive at the plate, but they're also very patient. So
yeah, them and the mojo, they are not afraid to get on via the walk.
No.
Which leads them to the record they're at right now, 16-8. 2-0 count to Aaron Schofield, fresh off a Slippery Stairs victory. He does not go there, 3-0.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's a 4-pitch walk. And the Aces have the first lead of the day after 4 consecutive walks for Josh Gradwell. Kind of looking around, trying to figure out what to do here. He often does pitch much better when the bases are loaded. I mean, one of the easier things in the league, it's much easier to go home just in general, just because of the big backstop. So
yeah, bigger target.
You know, when the bases are loaded, you can just go home. But he still has not given up a hit yet. Josh Gradwell leads the league in most no-hitter losses. He's had 2 in his career, which is kind of absurd.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, but it's just innings like this where he loads up the bases via the walk. Can't get out of it. 2-0.
Well, it could be just first inning. Hadn't quite settled in yet.
That ball is hit foul. So 2-1. Swing in there, 2-2 count to Dylan Carroll. Got him, strike 3.
Bailed out.
They're going to call a speed check on that. So it'll remain 2-2 count. And there it is, strike 3. So ball doesn't lie right there. And that's the second out of the inning. So the Enforcers aren't out of it just yet. Josh Gradwell will turn to Morgan Greenwich, who walked in his first plate appearance. And we'll see how that wrist is feeling. Another big spot. Said pregame he's chasing Mark Campagnolo for that 15 home run total. He's 2 behind as it stands right now. Mark Campagnolo and the Pals will play tomorrow versus the Nighthawks. That's a hard hit ball over the plate. That's a fair ball. 1 run comes in, and that's a ground rule double. So 2 runs will score there for Morgan Granich on the first hit of the day. We'll take a look at that. It was over the top of the plate, so that is a stand-up double for Morgan Granich to add on to his stellar offensive year. Trying to catch Mark Campagnolo. Whoa. So 0-1 count here. What is...
What is that noise? Whatever you're planning on throwing next, just get a couple of those here.
All right. What count do we? 0-1. So here we go. 1-1 count. Up high again, so 3-1 to Moses Valdez. He's on via walk for the second time today, so the bases are back loaded again. And Aaron Schofield steps in a big spot.
I almost wonder if Gradwell's afraid to hit the zone somewhat, just knowing how much power there is in this team, and not even just power, but how well they hit in general.
Ball one there, a bit high to Aaron Schofield. Hits him in the head right there. 2-2, or 2-0, sorry. And 0, and this is turning into a bit of a difficult inning here for Josh Gradwell. And that's a 4-pitch walk for the 4th run of the inning. And we don't normally see Josh Gradwell like this.
Well, if it's going to happen against any team, it'd probably be the Aces.
Yeah. Dylan Carroll steps in another big spot. He last at bat struck out. And for whatever reason, Josh Gradwell looks pretty dialed when he's facing the lefty. Swinging there off his hand, so that's a strike right there. 0-2. So Josh Gradwell and the Enforcers trying to get out of the inning right here. He just misses outside, 1-2.
Enforcers playing pretty tight to the right defensively.
Got him, strike 3, so that'll limit the damage right there. We head to the bottom of the first, 4-0 is the score.
You know what it is? Yeah, no, it's fine.
The whole thing is crisp.
Yeah. There you go. That's good.
It was like 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, we got a rookie up there or something? I believe it. You got Josh and John switching in the lineup. Josh is third, yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Let's go 9. Don't use it though, so it's a little warm. Bob. You feel like you can get barreled?
Adding water?
Oh, me, Chase,
Woo.
All right, here we go. Now we're ready to start. Jake Oliver will lead it off. 4-0 is the score here in the bottom of the first inning. And there's Jake Oliver, All-Star Game MVP. Got a nice little gift from Manscaped there. So he'll lead it off. See how he does in this environment. Ball 1. That ball is popped straight up to the pitcher, and Moses Valdez makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
This is effect on wiping the hands before you touch that. I like it.
Yeah, Enforcers definitely have an uphill battle here ahead of them, but a lot of good hitters here as well, so it's still early. They're definitely up to the task.
Chase Winkler hitting .330 with 8 home runs, 30 RBIs. Home runs and RBIs. That ball is going back, and unfortunately just missed it. So 2 quick outs before I could even say his stats there. That is 2 outs in the inning. And now Josh Gradwell, the pitcher, and the hero a week ago, had a walk-off 3-run home run against the Nighthawks. Josh Gradwell wearing the TikTok mic. There's a nasty pitch right there from Moses Valdez, 0-1.
That felt fast. That felt significantly faster than the first pitch.
0-2. Looking at Moses Valdez stats, pitching-wise, 3.58 with 47 strikeouts. It's a little bit higher than most of the aces in this league. Nice pitching as he fouls that off. But he does enough with this potent offense.
That needs to be a rule.
Kind of the reverse Felix Hernandez treatment. Yeah. Just, I mean, for instance, looking at the Nighthawks, you know, you got Drew Gradwell, who is beating Moses Valdez in every pitching category, yet his record is 4-12. As that ball's going back, that'll stay in the park. So Josh Gradwell's on with a single to continue his impressive hitting streak. Not something we're used to saying really here in the AWA. John Galgano, the rookie for the Enforcers, steps in. Trying to... Does not go there. Ball one.
About to go yard.
1-1 count to John Galgano. Rocking some nice shoe game as he swings on an inside pitch right there. 1-2. John's missed a few games this year, which might affect. It's all rookie team as it's 2-2 now to John Galgano. Fouls it off, and for whatever reason, looks like they're coming in pretty hot.
Yeah, that riser is deceiving, to say the least.
Yeah. Swinging right there, strike 3. So a quick inning there from Moses Valdez, and we head to the top of the second. 4-0 is the score. So here we are. Morgan Granch will lead it off. He is 1 for 1 with a double, and with that double, he moves into second place in the RBI. Sole possession 42. That's a nasty pitch right there. 0-1 from Josh Gradwell.
That looked like that was going to hit him.
I got a fastball on
Bit low right there. Just late on that. Fouls it out of play. 1-2. Two and 2 count to Morgan Granich. Josh Gradwell had a bit of difficulty in the first inning, giving up 4 runs to this Aces team, and he gets him right there. Strike 3. So great bounce back right there from Josh Gradwell. Now Moses Valdez will step in. He's 0 for 0 with 2 walks up to this point. Moses Valdez steps in, looks at a first pitch ball from Josh Gradwell. Another ball there, 2-0 count. 3-0. Moses Valdez. Hit it. 3-1. Barely hit it.
I heard something. It couldn't have. Yeah, I thought I heard something. Yeah, it did. Yeah, but you really sold that like walk though. I was like, dang.
And that ball is hit just foul off the roof of the house. So Josh Gradwell's battled back to a 3-2 full count.
It'd be quite impressive if he got a strikeout after all that.
pitch that could have landed for a strike. Moses Valdez fouls it off, so it'll remain full here. Got him, strike 3. So a great battle back from Josh Gradwell after being down 3-0 to get the second out here in the top of the second.
Hey, give me a floater.
Aaron Schofield steps in. He's struck out and walked twice to this point. And right here we honestly have a battle of the top pitching against the top offense. This 1-2 punch of the Enforcers, no one's even close as that ball is popped up and caught for the out. So quick inning there from Josh Gradwell and the Eastern Enforcers. They got some work to do in the bottom of the second. Aces still lead it 4-0.
Topanga.
Who's that?
Boy Meets World, dude.
Beyonce.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, Selena Gomez.
Kate Upton. Megan Fox.
Lucy Liu.
A bunny from Looney Tunes. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Also Rip McEntire.
Mother.
Ew.
That's your mother.
Dude. I can't post any of it.
Kate Upton. Can I say my wife? Jennifer Lopez.
Kimberly, Pink Power Ranger.
Nice.
Margot Robbie.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Kendall Jenner.
Oh, Mila Kunis.
Who is that?
Really?
Who?
And here we are getting ready to start the bottom of the second inning. Jake Oliver steps in 0 for 1 with a fly out to the pitcher in the first inning. And that's in play. Aaron Schofield will knock it down, but he can't field it cleanly. So Jake Oliver is over with a single to add to his impressive 2024 offensive campaign. Chase Winkler now steps in. Just missed a home run the first inning. Hit it right to the first baseman.
That's a rare fielding error by Aaron, but might be what the Enforcers need to change the momentum in their direction.
Moses Valdez was creeping up on it, but he couldn't make the play, so 0-2 count. Now to Chase Winkler, gets out of a little bit of a worry there. Foul that off, so 3 straight foul balls now to Chase Winkler. He's looking to swing here early and often. Moses Valdez has been roughed up a little bit in prior games up to this point.
That had to have been, okay, thank Christ.
1-2.
That teleported.
Low there, 2-2. That ball is in play. Aaron Schofield will knock it down, throw over to first, and he can't come up with it. So Chase Winkler gets to first, Jake all the way over to third. Kind of a tough throw right there.
Almost a very dangerous collision there over at first, but
yeah. I mean, Chase did go to the safety bag, which is good. The throw kind of led Dylan Carroll into the safety bag, and at that point,
not much you can do about that.
And unfortunately, because of the run-in right there, the ball does get out of play, and Chase Winkler will get to second base.
64.
So no pitch right there.
Oh my God, that was it.
Josh Gradwell will foul that off. 0-1 count here. Enforcers looking good here in the bottom of the second. Got 2 runners in scoring position as that ball is fouled out of play. 1-2 count. Got him, strike 3. So that'll be 1 out in the inning for the Enforcers. It'll turn over to John Galgano.
62? No, he said 64, which was, wow.
Oh, yeah.
John Galgano 0 for 1 in this game with a strikeout in the first inning. Good news for the Enforcers. They do have Jake Oliver on deck, so if John can get on, that would be the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, it's still only 1 out. They've got some breathing room here.
No pitch there. I see John Galgano kind of creeping up on the plate, which, you know, sometimes helps batters, but more often than not, often makes it hard to hit because you have a little less reaction time. That's a nasty. Never mind. Both pitchers have been hitting the speed limit quite a bit up to this point.
When did you last calibrate that radar gun?
Yeah. Got him, strike 3. So 2 outs now, and Jake Oliver will step in trying to help this Enforcers team out.
Yeah, it would be pretty unfortunate for the Enforcers if they left 2 men stranded in scoring position.
With this Aces team, you need as many runs as you can.
Yeah.
That ball barely goes low, 1-0. And Moses might be trying to pitch around him a bit here, which isn't a bad idea. Some of those pitches have been awfully close, except for the first one. That's a 4-pitch walk to Jake Oliver, so he'll get on, and now the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Chase Winkler, who's 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. He's been seeing the ball pretty well up to this point.
And certainly not a bad hitter to have up in a situation like this.
He just missed it, and Dylan Carroll will make the play. So we're headed to the top of the 3rd inning. 4-0 remains the score. Dylan Carroll will lead it off here in the top of the 3rd for the Atlantic Aces. Look at a high pitch right there for ball 1. Two now. 3-0. It's a nice pitch right there from Josh Gradwell to get the first strike at the at-bat. 3-1 count. Swinging there, full count. He's battled back before, and he's in a position again. Unfortunately, we'll send that one high, so Dylan Carroll is on via the walk. So another big spot here for Morgan Granich, who has the hit of the day with the 2-run double. Not very often you get to see doubles here in the AWA. Triples are basically rare.
I think I've only seen 1, maybe 2, because there was like multiple errors.
Yeah. Ball 1. Swing in there, 1-1 count. Ball is just foul as he was early on a changeup there. So 1-2 count. 2-2 evens the count. And after that wrist injury for Morgan Granich, he hasn't been able to get one out, and that is a no pitch right there, top of the zone. But he was hitting home runs at an ungodly rate up until that wrist injury. Got him. Strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Big out right there. Now Moses Valdez steps in. He has 2 walks up to this point and a strikeout.
Yeah, you got to wonder how much that wrist injury is still bothering Granich, because, like you said, he's definitely not hitting like himself. So good to at least see him back, but leaves you to wonder.
Fights it off, 1-1 count. Dylan Carroll over at first base here in the top of the 3rd. Forster's trying to shut this down to give him a chance in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Forsters are the home team today. That ball sails way wide, 2-2. Safety hack right there. Goes foul, so it'll remain 2-2. Does not go. Full count. So they throw some balls over to Josh Gradwall. Josh has already thrown 75 pitches in this game. Whew. Got him. Strike 3. A nasty pitch right there. Comes back to strike out Moses Valdez. And now Aaron Schofield will step in. Aaron's 0 for 2 with a fly out, a strikeout, and 2 walks. And that ball was absolutely destroyed, but typical Aaron Schofield fashion, hits it down the left field line.
I wonder what the exit velo was on that one.
1-1. Just inside, 2-1 count.
49, that was 94.
That ball is in play, and unfortunately, Josh Gradwall hits it. Jake Oliver might have had a play. Aaron Schofield's got some of the best speed in the league, so no way to know for sure, but the touch by Josh Gradwall there made it impossible for Jake Oliver to get a hand on it. So Aaron Schofield's on via a single, and now Dylan Carroll will step in. Still looking for his first hit of the day. It's been a tough matchup on the lefty. It's a nice first pitch strike there from Josh Gradwall. 0-1. Just painting the top of the zone, 0-2. Leaves that outside. Another throwaway pitch right there to even the count, 2-2. Tries to come back to a slow pitch. Unfortunately, goes a little bit too far inside, so full count now. Got him. Strike 3. And Josh Gradwall gets out of it after a tough first inning. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, and Forsters need 4 to tie the game, 5 to walk it off. So Josh Gradwall will step in. After battling back, pitching-wise, unfortunately, his ERA is now over the 2.0 mark. As that ball is in play and caught.
How dare you play on the backside of that tree?
Morgan Granich
Against me.
was hiding behind the tree and just popped out of nowhere. Josh Growell did not like it. That'll be the first out of the third.
Solid defensive play there, and good job navigating the trees and not, you know, crashing into it or something.
Yeah, he definitely, Morgan Granich, one of the players, he basically stays behind those trees so he can see them. Which not many players playing second base are positioned where he is. I guess it kind of makes sense, you know, you want to make sure you can see both of those trees at all times.
Oh, you're right there. You're right there, dude.
John Galgano has struck out twice to this point, but now a 2-2 count. That ball's in play to Aaron Schofield. Knock it down, throw over to first. Safe is the call on the field. We'll take a look at the replay. Looked like initially he barely beat it out.
So you hop up there, you're going to give him a 98-mile-an-hour fastball? No, I know, but
that looks like bang bang, so you just can't overturn it. So the call on the field stands. He's in with a single. It was very close, but he's just able to beat it out. It's about as close as it gets in the AWA. Jake Oliver, ball one. Two and oh. After that single from Jake Oliver, Moses Valdez has not given him many strikes, and as I say it, he throws one right there, 2-1.
The announcer's jinx.
Yeah, we'll see 2-2 count now to Jake Oliver. Jake Oliver started this year with a tough offensive start, but now he's all the way up to 384 with 7 home runs. 68 career home runs. Almost hits him in the face right there. Now full count. See if Moses goes right after him. Fouls it back. So the 7th pitch of this at-bat. Hits him right there, and Jake Oliver's again on via the walk. Chase Winkler steps in, and he's been making some solid contact all day. Unfortunately, just barely underneath a couple of them. He does have a single.
And I'm sure Morgan would love to make another play out there.
Yeah. Chase Winkler fouls into the Aaron Schofield tree, 0-1. Hefty swing right there. He was going no matter what, it looked like. So 0-2 now to Chase Winkler. Got him. Never mind. So 63 on the gun. We've already seen probably the most amount of speed checks in a game. Got him there, sawed him off. Chase Winkler kind of swinging no matter what on all 4 pitches.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, you know, down 4 runs here at the last inning. Got to make it up, but only if you make contact.
Josh Gradwell steps in. He was a hero a week ago. We'll try to see if he can keep it going for this Enforcers team. John Galgano waits on deck. Does not go. 2-0. Swinging out of his shoes right there, 2-1. Just outside, 3-1 count. Top of the zone, tough spot regardless. Josh Gradwell. So full count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Tying run on deck here in game 1 of the start of week number 9. Got him. Never mind again.
I'm taking that. I got speed checked 11 times. I'm not counting though.
So pitcher versus pitcher, pitchers are more likely to take the speed check because they know how it feels.
Oh, yeah.
Nasty pitch right there on the inside corner, and that will end game one. Josh Gradwell strikes out. So the Aces get to 17 wins already, and we will be back shortly with game two as we plug in the lineups.
We just don't really face guys that hum it 59 and 60. And Drew hummed at 55, 56.
Same lineup for both teams?
Yep. Y-U-H. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I figured. Once the shoulders start turning, I go in like that window.
Aaron?
Aaron, I need Aaron for Andy. Let's go.
So we are going to send it down to Robert, who has Aaron Schofield with him after the game one Aces win. Robert, take it away.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Chance and I had a great time. We're pretty banged up, got a bruised tailbone, cuts and bruises all over. The All-Star game was really fun. Everyone tried their hardest and put on a good show.
Talk about the defensive stance for you guys, seeing around the trees, but the other team was getting pretty pissed off about that with Morgan Grange at center.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, that came from Keaton McKay. Keaton McKay is always out there behind the trees, just, hunting, trying to get a home run robbery, and Grange is kind of playing that role for us on our team, and it's working well.
Talk about that first inning barrage there.
Hey, the bats started off hot. We took advantage of a really good pitcher. Josh is always, hitting the zone consistently, and it's really hard to get any runs on him. So I was really happy with 4, and we're going to try to jump on him again in game 2.
All right, good luck out there.
Thank you very much.
Back to the booth, guys.
Thank you, Robert. So with that, we are ready to start game number 2. The Aces are the home team as they take the field right here in game number 2. We knew it would be a tough task for the Enforcers, but this is a real test and could, potentially be a World Series matchup, as both teams could still have the potential to be the top 2 seeds regardless of what happens here. All comes down to Week 10, which is the final regular season week. Regular season games wrap up at the end of August, so 1 month left of regular season, and then the postseason begins early September, first 3 weeks, to crown a new AWA champion. As you look at the banners up there, there's been 4 already. We'll see who can cement themselves as the 5th champion in AWA history. League's at an all-time high parity-wise. The defending World Series champions are the worst-placed team in the league. This Aces team lost to the Nighthawks last year. So you look at the World Series banners up in Club 65. Only 3 teams have ever won it. And the top 3 teams in the league this year have never won it, that being the Aces, Enforcers, and Pilots. So Jake Oliver will lead it off.
I wouldn't be surprised to see any of those 3 making it this year. And can't forget about the Cyclones either. They're right behind there at, I think, 13 wins right now. So
Cyclones, well, that's a nasty pitch right there. Cyclones always a tough task. The Stingers, for whatever reason, turn on the postseason. He fouls that off. But without Jordan Rice, you really can't bank on them going as far as they normally do, unfortunately, because without Jordan Rice, they really don't have that much star power. We'll see how they do next week when they play. Bear Carlo most likely will take over that second pitching position.
Yeah, Drew Tenzar's not too bad at pitching either, but you hate to lose him as a fielder.
Nasty pitch right there. Strike 3 to Jake Oliver. A rare strikeout to Jake Oliver. Now Chase Winkler steps in. Moses Valdez has been pitching very well up to this point. Still has not given up a run here in week number 9. And the Stingers have rookie Kyle Cody, who was the front runner for Rookie of the Year, but unfortunately has not been able to attend many games. As that ball's in play from Chase Winkler, trying to beat it out. Aaron Schofield will throw and get Chase Winkler, who's not normally a fast runner on the bases, and Aaron Schofield had time to make the play.
Still pretty close play, though.
Josh Gradwell will step in. He's really been hitting well. Best year offensively, hitting .288 with 3 home runs, 17 RBIs, so he'll step in right here. So he fouls that up and out of play. So 0-1 count as they're talking about rules over there on the sideline. There's a lot of hypotheticals. Great leave right there from Josh Gradwell on a very enticing pitch, 1-2. That ball is just foul, just out in front of it, so we'll remain 1-2 count. That ball's in play to Moses Valdez, bobbles it, and he can't make the play. So a tough play regardless, but if you immediately can't field it cleanly, it just becomes that much harder to get a quick throw over to first. Moses Valdez not happy after that. John Galgano singled in his last plate appearance in Game 1, so maybe he'll start turning it around here against Moses Valdez, who's already a tough pitcher to hit.
Moses threw that from a weird angle anyways, being pretty much on his knees and sort of sideways.
Yeah, Moses Valdez has a lot of weird angles. You can see when he pitches, he's 4 feet to the side of the mound almost every time. That's in play, just foul. It had a chance to be fair with the last second. It went to the left side of the base.
It's definitely a strategy, though. I mean, especially for righties, it's so hard to see the ball if he's that far off.
Yeah, it really takes away the inside pitch when you once you kind of get rid of that inside pitch for the righty. And that right there, strike 3, and that will end the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Enforcers Aces all tied up at 0. Aaron Schofield will lead it off, facing Josh Gradwell. And like we were saying after Game 1, Josh's ERA has ballooned all the way up to 2.06. Just still good enough for second in the league, but everyone's chasing DJ Oliver, who's sitting at 1.38. He'll be playing tomorrow against the Aces and the Nighthawks, and the Nighthawks already the worst offensive by a wide margin in the AWA. We'll see what DJ Oliver can do against them. And you knew he was going to do it. Hits the Aaron Schofield tree. He does so almost every at-bat. One count. Nasty pitch right there. 1-2. Almost hits him right there. 2-2 count.
He's trying to take Aaron's head off today.
So far, no home runs from this Aces lineup. Pretty rare occurrence. And he'll get him right there. Strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
It's pretty surprising that neither team has a home run yet today. I mean, a lot of good power hitters on both these squads, but because it just goes to show you the good pitching that's on display here today.
Speaking of power, Dylan Carroll steps in. He's got 12 home runs on the year. Actually, the only member right now of the Ace that doesn't have double digits home runs is Moses Valdez. He has 9. That's a hard hit ball to the first baseman. Chase Winkler misses him, and that'll be a second base. He did that play a week ago. He tried to shuffle the ball over, and that's happened before. I mean, he didn't have enough time. It looked like, you know, he was waiting for that ball. You really have to charge it if you want a chance. They're chatting a bit up out there after the error there from Chase Winkler. That's a nasty pitch right there, top of the zone, 0-1. Right back to the slider, 0-2. A bit high. Fouled it out of play. So remain 1-2. Got him, strike 3 on a nasty pitch. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first, and Moses Valdez steps in. That ball is destroyed, but foul. Jake Oliver was chasing after it. It hit the bullpen tree, so.
That looked like an Aaron Schofield foul ball.
That was a deep one. A lot of times these slow pitches entice the batters, so they're just swinging right in front of it. Comes right back to a screwball, 0-2. Does well to fight off a pitch that most likely would have hit the zone. Remains 0-2. Just foul. Already 5 pitches in this at-bat. Got him, strike 3. So that'll end the first inning as we head to the top of the second. 0-0 remains the score. Jake Oliver will lead it off for the Eastern Enforcers, trying to get out or get at least a few runs here on the board. The Enforcers still have not come across those after they were shut out in game number 1. 0-1. I'd say knock on wood right here. This is the best pitching I've seen out of Moses Valdez in a while. He was a bit shaky last week, but he's really... So speed check there, remains 1-1. That ball is foul, hit the bush right there. So back to 1-2. So Jake Oliver's knee looks like it's bleeding. We might need a
Might need the team medic.
Might need to patch that up.
Oh, wait, we don't have one.
Yeah, we do. We're over there on the couch.
Oh, yeah.
That ball is going back, and what a play from Morgan Granich. A one-handed rob. That could be play of the year right there. Takes away a home run. That is impressive right there.
Nice vertical right there.
And you get your Josh Gradwell saying, who plays center field right there? That, you know, on righties, you don't normally have.
He does.
Yeah. And that's really just a testament. As that ball is going back, Aaron Schofield back-to-back plays for the Aces.
No way.
You got to be kidding me. That's the best back-to-back plays in back-to-back pitches you will ever see.
Now it's Dylan's turn.
I'm still trying to score the first one. Dang it, Josh. You weren't going to give him a chance to go 3 for 3? So ball 1. First pitch was a no pitch. 1-1. And looks like Aaron Schofield's a bit shook up. I mean, he's still fresh off the slippery stairs from... How long ago was that? Friday? Count back 4 days ago?
Yeah, 4 or 5 days ago.
2-2. Fouls it off.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about how well the Aces hit, but they're also one of the best fielding teams. I mean, you got Schofield being a Gold Glove caliber fielder out there, and you know, Morgan and Dylan, they're not too shabby either.
Yeah, especially when you see 2 plays like that.
Yeah.
That ball's in play. Moses Valdez will throw over to first, so 3 great plays to get out of the inning. And that's a highlight right there. It remains 0-0. Aaron Schofield will step in a little bit shaken up after making that impressive play. Unfortunately, he is one of the more injury-prone players in this league. He's always a little bit banged up, but plays a lot of baseball on the side as well as wiffle ball. 1-0. Two and 0. That ball is going back, and that almost was a home run. He's looking to, and Aaron Schofield misses a home run by a matter of feet. So it'll just be a long single.
Yeah, I mean, that hit the very top of the banner. Inches.
And when you look at the opposite of a riser, that's what you get, a little bit of a sinker there, and that's how it works when you're hitting these wiffle ball pitches. It always does the opposite of what the pitch is coming out. Hit him on the arm right there, ball 1. One and 1. Nasty pitch right there, 1-2. That ball is destroyed. A little bit of a hezzy right there from Josh Gradwell. And Dylan Carroll hits a 2-run home run to bring his total to 13. It's a 3-way tie on this Aces team. Dylan Carroll, Morgan Granich, and Aaron Schofield all have 13 home runs. Ball looked like it was knuckling out there. He hit it so hard. Morgan Granich steps in, looks at ball one, struck out in his first plate appearance here in game number 2. See if that impressive play helps translate over to the offensive side.
And still no outs, so Aces definitely have the momentum going in their favor right now.
Hefty hack right there, 2-1. Nice slider right there, barely out of the zone. Swinging underneath right there, 2-2. Does not go, full count. And he will work a walk there after being down 0-2. Moses Valdez will now step in with a chance to tack on some more runs. As it stands, 2-0 Aces. They could close it out in the top of the 3rd inning and secure their 18th win of the year, which would cement. So that ball's in play under the hand of Jake Oliver. Say, regardless of what happens this week with the Pilots, they still would be in first place, and it would come down to a Aces versus Wolfpack, Pilots versus Enforcers for that top seed. Aaron Schofield using some heavy bats there to make the already 10-ounce bat lighter. Fouls it back.
If the Aces do win this game here, and that gives them 18, that puts them, what, 4 games ahead of the Pilots. Granted, they haven't played their series yet, but still, I mean, it's a pretty sizable lead for them.
It really come down to the Pilots Nighthawks. And if the Pilots can take care of business, it'll really set things up for an interesting final series as Aaron Schofield fouls that off. Two-two. I really hope Shane made the catch there, but
almost. It hit my hand.
It was a good spot.
I just didn't get the grip in time. Oh well.
Lights were too bright.
It's all right.
2-2. Here in game number 2, Aces trying to win the series. Pitch gets a little bit away from Josh there, so full count to Aaron Schofield. Got him. Strike 3. Nasty pitch right there from Josh Gradwell. Gets the first out, a much-needed out to keep this game within arm's reach. But now Dylan Carroll steps in. He has a chance to move into sole possession of second place in the home run leaderboard. Sitting at 13.
Yeah, there's really not a hitter in this Aces lineup where, as a pitcher, you feel like you can just relax a little bit. They all are pretty dangerous.
Yeah, a lot of lineups. There's some quality hitters, some bad hitters, so usually you try to limit the damage against the good hitters. Here you can't pitch around any of these aces batters because they'll take you deep. 1-1. That ball is hit to Jake Oliver. He can't make the play, and everyone's safe. Dylan Carroll has been showcasing some excellent speed getting down the line, which really makes it tough for the shortstop. And, you know, even if you make the throw over, somehow it's not overthrown in that situation. Runner at third's definitely looking home.
Yeah, and probably, you know, the right call by Jake there not to try and throw somebody out. I mean, you don't want to get into a situation where you overthrow and get someone to go around third, score, get people and move up the bases that you don't need to. So the stuff it is just to eat it. Kind of have to in that situation.
Morgan Granich steps in 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk in game number 2. And an excellent opportunity here for the Aces to try to continue piling on some runs here, give them a little bit more cushion as they go into the top of the third, trying to close this series out. 2-0. Three and 0. And that will walk in the third run of the game for the Atlantic Aces.
Seems to be having some command issues once again.
Morgan Granich up to 43 RBIs now on the season. Yeah, it looks like every game there's at least one inning where Josh Gradwell runs into a little bit of trouble with his command. Now Moses Valdez steps in, and Josh Gradwell makes the catch on the eephus. Aaron Schofield comes back, so that's the second out of the inning. And a pitch that you normally do want to swing at if it's anywhere near the zone. Unfortunately, Moses couldn't take advantage of the eephus. So 2 outs now for Aaron Schofield.
Aaron having a little fun over there at third.
Trying to entice a throw over to third. Ball lands low. 1-0. See Josh Gradwell, he's kind of mixing up his deliveries here late in the game. Some Nestor Cortez action. 2-1. And he hits his tree again. That's all he does. Set the record for most tree hits in a season. He's probably at 100. High, full count, full bases loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Got him. Strike 3. So we'll head to the top of the third. Aces take the lead 3-0 after a 2-run shot from Dylan Carroll. Enforcers need 3 to tie and keep this game going.
Hockey, baseball.
Soccer.
Golf. Soccer.
Baseball.
Hockey. Football.
LeBron for sure.
Michael Jordan.
MJ.
MJ.
So here we go. John Galgano will lead it off for this Enforcers team, trying to get on base and get a little bit of a rally here in the third inning. Try and keep the hopes of winning this series alive. That ball is popped up and out of play. More often than not, it's usually a foul ball with that kind of spin.
The Enforcers got kind of lucky, all things considered, having bases loaded there at the end of the last inning. It only resulted in 1 run for that set of circumstances, but still got to make it up. 3 runs now.
That ball is popped up to Aaron Schofield, who makes the play, and that's the first out of the inning for the Aces. Jake Oliver steps in, and this Enforcers team's trying to at least get a run on the board. They still are runless, which is funny. They are, as that ball is going back right on cue, and unfortunately for Jake, that ball was destroyed and damaged the ball there, so if it wasn't broken, it most likely would have been out. But Morgan Greenwich already has a home run robbery on Jake Oliver, so tough turn of events there for Jake Oliver.
Ironically, just before that, Jake made a comment at Morgan saying, "You hiding behind the tree?" Because it kind of looked like he was, but seemed to work out for him.
I don't think Chase Winkler has taken a pitch today. There's no pitch there. And as I say, there it is. First taken pitch of the day for Chase Winkler.
He's definitely a dingers or nothing type of player.
He's having a career year offensively. His average is way higher than it normally is. He's hitting .319 this year. 8 home runs, 30 RBIs. Swinging on an inside pitch right there. 2-2 count. Got him. Strike 3. And that will end the game for the Aces. They take games 1 and 2. We will be back shortly with game 3. The Aces have secured this series, looking for the sweep. Enforcers trying to get a win right here. Keep them in the top seed talks going to the final week of the season.
And we're going to send it down to Robert Solosi, who has Dylan Carroll. Take it away, Robert.
All right, Dylan, what did you see on the home run there?
I got a slider, which was a lot easier to hit than any of his other pitches.
Yeah, talk about his uniqueness on the pitches. It definitely makes it difficult to hit.
It just moves so much, and it's just really difficult, so I got to get that slider as much as possible.
Defensively has been a big key, a lot of big plays there. Do you expect that to continue in Game 3?
I would hope so. It is Schofield and Greenwich, so I like our odds.
All right, good luck out there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. And get the lineups plugged in, ready to go here, and we'll get Game 3 underway. Aces looking to sweep this series. We'll be back in a moment.
John Cena. There we go. There's a good one.
Probably Julio.
Ryan Reynolds.
Tom Segura.
Ariana Grande.
There we go.
Post Malone.
Joe Rogan.
Ooh, Marshawn Lynch.
Juan Soto.
Okay.
Paul McBeth.
Ryan Reynolds. I feel like Seth Rogen or someone would be fun to play with.
Currently win a world. So here we are, getting ready to start game number 3. Aces take the first 2. Jake Oliver on the mound, and Aaron Schofield will lead it off. First pitch swinging. Looking at Jake Oliver's stats. That tough inning there from Josh Gradwell. Jake actually right now has a lower ERA than Josh Gradwell, sitting at 2.04 ERA with 41 strikeouts. So both these pitchers, very good for the Enforcers. As that ball's in play to Josh Gradwell, throw over to first, and I might have gotten him. We'll take a look at the replay on the bounce. Let's see if that got him. It got him on the bounce on ground. What a crazy turn of events right there, as the throw went wide and it hopped into his leg 1 millisecond before he stepped on first.
Yeah, it's pretty lucky that a bad bounce actually ends up working out in your favor.
Yeah, pretty rare. It doesn't happen very often that the bounce works in your favor. So now Dylan Carroll will step in. It's outside, ball 1. This could be Dylan Carroll's final series on this Aces team as he's headed off to college. Two and 0. See if that messes with the Aces mojo. It's a nice pitch right there. Slider from Jake Oliver, fresh off a All-Star game pitching performance where he only allowed 1 run. Bit high, 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, the Aces, they'll be fine, but, you know, you do got to wonder. You have one less power hitter, especially one like him.
Well, they're definitely going to need one of the other lefties to step up, whether that's Jack Scholl or Kanoa Jandok. But, I mean, having a lefty in your lineup really changes a lot of looks for the opposing teams. All the best lineups in the AWA have a lefty hitter offensively.
Right.
And we're talking with Jake. It's, you know, when you throw in a lefty batter, it switches up all your approach as a pitcher, because you're usually picking spots on the righty batter. So right now, you know, if Slider, for instance, he's probably trying to throw it right behind the righty's back. With a lefty, you got to completely alter your aiming points. And just like that, yeah, it's supposed to be a slider aimed right at Morgan. Unfortunately, hits him there, 2-0. Just inside, 3-0 count to Morgan Greenwich. Currently second RBIs in the AWA. That'll be a 4-pitch walk, and Moses Valdez will now step in. Moses Valdez day is done on the mound after a very impressive 2 games. He didn't allow a run. His ERA is down to 3.12. And honestly, he has a case right now for MVP. With 1 week left.
Yeah, I think you'd have my vote right now.
It's really going to come down to, I mean, DJ Oliver, Jake Oliver. As that ball is popped up, and Jake Oliver will make the play and hold Dylan Carroll at second. It'll really come down to that last week. It's one of the closest races we've ever seen.
Definitely.
And we'll see if, DJ Oliver's pitching prowess can move him over the hump. There'll be a vote at the end of the year. Aaron Schofield will step in after the unlikely throw that got him over at first. Fouls it back.
Jack with a great catch back here.
More of a trying to swat it out from hitting my water cup. Okay, that's rude. That's a warning. Yeah, I'm going to rush the mound. If he hits me one more time, I'm rushing. Does not go, thinks about it. Jake Oliver misses that slider outside. 3-1 count. That ball is into no man's land, and Jake Oliver makes the play. A tough play to make for a pitcher. And they'll get out of the top of the first. 0-0 remains the score. So Dylan Carroll is now on the mound for the Aces, and without him returning next week, they got to see who else they can have that number 2 spot. It's been Morgan Granich usually, but it was a tough showing last 2 weeks for Dylan Carroll. His ERA is ballooned up to 6.75. He does have 23 strikeouts, so a respectable number for a number 2 guy. That 6.47 ERA honestly could be way higher. There were some errors that helped Dylan out in that game against the Mojo where they eventually won it 15-14.
Yeah, that was a crazy third inning in that game.
Jake Oliver will step in. Jake Oliver's average is a little bit down from game 1, down to 368. Still sitting at 7 home runs. Needs 1 home run to break into the top 8 in the AWA this year. So that hit him. And those shins look pretty badly messed up from playing on turf in 97-degree heat.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Right down the middle, 2-1.
One turf, it probably felt like 110.
Does not go, 3-1. Jake Oliver has not elicited a swing just yet. And he won't, because he'll get on with a walk, on a 5-pitch walk. Chase Winkler will now step in. Chase Winkler's been a little bit unlucky today. He's been making some solid contact all day, just getting slightly underneath it. Temperature a little bit lower than we're used to seeing here in mid-August, early August. So the ball's not flying out quite like we're used to seeing for either team. There's been 1 home run, yeah. Nice little bit warmer than room temperature. 1-1 count to Chase Winkler. Lets the ball go high, 2-1. 3-1. So full count now to Chase Winkler. Chase Winkler looking at a full count here in the bottom of the first, no outs. Inside, so that'll be back-to-back walks, and that's, you know, what we've seen from Dylan Carroll. Definitely has a lot of walks when he's on the mound. He's got 58 walks in 2024. As that ball is a fair ball down the line. And that's as single as his walk-up song plays after he hits the ball. John Galgano steps in trying to capitalize on this bases-loaded first inning, and you got to wonder if they'll pull Dylan at any point to go to Morgan Granich, who does have that wrist injury, but it's on his left hand. One and one count. A little bit late right there. 1-2. John Galgano has been in and out of games all year. You know, that definitely makes it tougher to kind of put together some good quality games hitting. But he'll work a full count right here. That ball is going back, and Morgan Granich almost makes the play. Does a good job there. It would have been a lot more damage right there. They will get the out, but a run will come in to score. So kind of a lot of stuff going on right there.
Yeah, it certainly could have been a lot worse for the Aces, but, you know, yeah, it would have been nice to get the out, but definitely limited the damage.
Morgan a little upset with himself, but after you make a play like he did in Game 2, I think you kind of can make as many errors, or, I mean, that's definitely not an error, but you definitely don't have to make any more plays for the rest of the day.
Or the rest of the year.
Yeah. Jake walked in his first plate appearance here in game number 3. 2-0. Swinging on a pitch that might have hit him. 2-1.
He just didn't want to be hit again.
Inside, 3-1. Dylan, one of the rare lefty pitchers in the league. Foul ball, but barely. Two very good pitchers are lefty. Drew Gradwell of the Nighthawks and Dominic DeMuro of the Mojo. But for a lot of lefties, I mean, it's just a different look for these righty batters. A little bit tougher to gauge. He does not go, and that will load the bases for this Enforcers team. And now Chase Winkler steps in. He walked in his first plate appearance here in game number 3. And look at a first pitch ball. Just out in front of a pitch that looked pretty juicy. 1-1. Looks like Dylan's just having some difficulty finding the right release point. That's a nasty pitch right there. As he finds it there. 2-2. If he can start finding the right release point from that sidearm angle, it's going to be a difficult battle for this Enforcers team. Full count. That ball is popped up to Dylan Carroll, and that'll be the second out of the inning. So the runners will hold, so still bases loaded for Josh Gradwall. And you know, the way Jake Oliver's been pitching, one run, don't want to jinx anything, but one run might be enough to do it. And again, they are playing the Aces, which are the best offensive team in the AWA by a long shot.
Yeah, they're okay at bat.
It is rare. I don't want to even look back and see the last time the Aces were shut out of a game. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to Josh Gradwall to get in the second run of the game for the Enforcers. So Dylan Carroll, he's got 2 outs. This is where he's ran into trouble in the past. He really just gets a couple outs and then just can't get the last one. John Galgano is the 6th run, hypothetically, if he's able to hit a grand slam right here, would cap the inning. That's outside, ball 1. Two and 0. Hits him there, 3-0. So 7 straight balls for Dylan Carroll. John Galgano swinging on a pitch that most likely would have been a strike. So it'll be 3-1. He'll take one inside, so another run is walked in, 3-0. And now Jake Oliver will step in. Big spot here for the Enforcers pitcher, trying to tack on as many runs as they can and try to at least get one win out of this series. The Aces are 9-1 over their last 10 games. Actually, sorry, 11-1 over their last 12.
Who'd they lose their one game to?
Well, I'd have to go back. So 2-0 to Jake Oliver. The last time...
Oh, the Pilots.
The last time the Aces lost a game was on June 4th. He's swinging right there. So kind of a more ridiculous stat you'll see. They haven't lost a game in 2 months. As Jake Oliver will walk, and Aaron Schofield's going up to Dylan Carroll trying to talk to him. Can't hear what they're saying, but Dylan Carroll does have the TikTok mic on, so maybe we'll...
So we'll know later.
Yeah. If there's anything interesting. I haven't seen our ump for a while, but this is right around the time we say break it up. Chase Winkler steps in after flying to the pitcher in his first at-bat, or second at-bat. 1-0. Hefty swing right there out in front, 1-1. Nasty pitch, 1-2. Got him. Strike 3 to get out of the inning, but the Enforcers tack on 4. We head to the top of the second. Aces have some work to do. Dylan Carroll steps in. Walked in his first plate appearance in the first. Jake Oliver pitching very good. His ERA just went under the 2 mark. He's at 1.96. Good enough for second in the league, only behind his brother DJ. So that ball is popped up and a little bit of a bobble off the mound there for Jake Oliver. He wouldn't have been able to get there even if he had a clean get off.
It's interesting how the best pitchers in the league are all Olivers and Gradwells.
Yeah. Would have been a nasty pitch if it hit, but goes high, 2-1. Right down Broad Street, 2-2. Caught him at strike 3 on a pitch that was way outside of the zone for the first out of the inning. Morgan Granich will step in. Walked in his last plate appearance. Getting the zone all dialed up. Morgan a little quiet today offensively. Still hitting 377. Sorry. 450. I was looking at the wrong player there.
I was going to say.
I mean, 377 is not bad, but 450 is quite a bit better. 2-0 count. Misses a pitch right there. 3-0 count to Morgan Granich. He just missed a pitch right there. Fouled it out of play. 3-1. Reload on balls here. One out here in the top of the second. Here in game number 3, the Aces have already won games 1 and 2. Trying to complete the sweep, but they're down 4-0. And that's a nasty pitch right there to make it full count. Spikes that one, and Morgan Granich is on with his second walk of game number 3. Moses Valdez will step in after popping up in his last plate appearance. Using the Pilot's bat, looks like Jake brought that from Pilot's headquarters. That bat is responsible for the league-leading home run leader, Mark Campanero, with 15. So we'll see if it's got a little magic in it right here. And right to Josh Gradwell. Almost was able to make the play, but a hard-hit ball. Didn't have a chance there.
94 exit velo on that one, so that was cooking.
And that'll...
Or what Jake was doing at Pilot's headquarters.
Saying that bat has way more pop. Ball 1. Two and 0. Swinging on a pitch inside. That ball is going back and caught at the wall from John Galgano. He overthrows, and Morgan Grant gets all the way home on a sack fly, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah, it started out as a good play and then turned into
chaos.
A little bit of an unfortunate
there,
set of circumstances there, but
2 outs now. Ball 1. Top of the zone, 1-1. That ball is going back, and Dylan Carroll has hit his 14th home run of the year. And the Aces are within 1 run.
I think about Dylan Carroll. He's one of the few guys in the league where when he hits a home run, it is a no-doubter almost every time. Just absolutely crushes it. And that was no exception there.
Morgan Granich will step in. That ball is just hit underneath. Chase Winkler calls off Jake, and we'll get the final out of the top of the second. But the Aces tack on 3. We're headed to the bottom of the second. 4-3 is the score. So Josh Gravel will lead it off, 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Ball 1. 2-0. Fouls it off. That'll be a 5-pitch walk to Josh Gradwell. Keep this inning started on a good note. John Galgano steps in. He's had a single and a walk up to this point. It's a hard hit ball to Morgan Granich. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the play. I think he might be winning the coolest shoes, or tied with Morgan Granich.
Oh, yeah.
Strike 1.
Let's pop.
Just foul, hits the Aaron Schofield tree for a quick 0-2 count to the rookie. Got him, strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Jake Oliver will step in. To Jake Oliver. He's walked 3 times in this game.
Not very happy with himself after that.
1-1. Jake Oliver, second in the league in walks. That's in play. And Jake Oliver is in with a single. Aaron Schofield tries to deke Josh Gradwell on second and to go into third, but doesn't work.
It's kind of hit into no man's land there by third base, you know. Aaron likes to play pretty deep, especially with a guy like Jake Oliver, makes sense, but didn't work out too well for him there.
Chase Winkler steps in. First pitch swinging, and he's swinging almost every first pitch. 1-1. Fouls it back. 1-2.
There's a mosquito terrorizing us up in the booth.
Fouls it off. 1-2 remains.
Which I
Chase Winkler has worked a full count here. Trying to load up the bases for Josh Gradwell on deck. Also on second base. That is in play. That's a fair ball for Chase Winkler. He'll step on third, and that's almost a double play. But he gets in there after the bobble, so I don't really know what. Don't know what
he
Chase
didn't really
was doing there.
Give much of a hustle there, even when he saw that Aaron was throwing his way. But lucky for him, throw wasn't exactly on target.
So after that, runners on first and third with 2 outs. Josh Gradwell is going to try to get another run, give this team a little bit more space. That ball's going back, and Aaron Schofield makes the catch. Great play there from Aaron Schofield. And we will head to the top of the third. 4-3 is the score. Aces need 1 to keep this game alive. So Moses Valdez steps in. And he'll foul that one back. 0-1. Jake Oliver a little bit high right there, 1-1. Thought about it.
Pitch looked like it was coming right at me.
Three and 1 count now to Moses Valdez. And this Aces team, when it gets to the third inning, they are electric. They have never been shut out of a third inning. And they start off strongly with a walk. And the lineup will turn over. Aaron Schofield will step in.
And having a little trouble at the plate today, relatively speaking, but who knows? Maybe he'll turn it on right now.
There's a ball in play. That'll be a single for Aaron Schofield as John Galgano couldn't get over to second.
Yeah, and Josh decides not to try and throw him out. Probably the right move. Don't want to get two of these guys in scoring position when you're only up by one.
And Dylan Carroll, the hottest hitter here today, he's got 2 home runs, tied for second in the league. That's another hard hit ball to the second baseman, and John Galgano can't come up with it, so the bases are now loaded with no outs. So a tough situation here for Jake Oliver in the top of the third as he's running into the third inning aces.
Yeah, Moses thought about running third there, come home, but decided to play it safe.
And once again, this Aces team has not lost in over 2 months.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, the opposite of the Chicago White Sox. No pitch there.
Or the Wolfpack last year.
Yeah. One and one.
After that preseason game, the Bears have won more games since July 11th than the White Sox.
Two and one. Nice pitch right there to even the count. 2 and 2. Inside, so bases loaded, full count here in the top of the third. Aces need 1 run to tie this game up. See if Jake Oliver can figure out some magic here. Try to get the Enforcers their first win of the day. Don't know what it is when it gets to the third inning, but these Aces hitters are extremely stingy. Does not go, and that'll walk in the tying run. So 4-4 now in the top of the third. There will be a bottom half, and still no outs for this Enforcers team.
Yeah, strikeout there really would have helped the Enforcers, but we'll see how they bounce back.
Nasty pitch right there, and Moses Valdez will foul that back 0-1. Another Ephus right there, fouled straight back, so 0-2. Does not go. 1-2 count to Moses Valdez.
Now that had some movement. Too bad it was a ball.
Emergency hack right there to stay alive. 2-2 count to Moses Valdez. Go ahead run, sitting 45 feet in the form of Aaron Schofield at third base, who would be hitting next. Does not go. So that's full count. and that will walk in the go-ahead run for the Aces. So they lead 5-4. Here in the top of the third, still no answer in sight for this Enforcers team. Still no outs. Already 2 runs have come across. Now Aaron Schofield will step in. Ball 1. Jake Oliver having some difficulty here, trying to find the zone. Fouls it off, 2-1. Nasty pitch right there to even the count, 2-2. Sidearm lands inside, full count to Aaron Schofield, trying to break this game wide open. Fouls it off. Looking at the 7th pitch of this at-bat. And he does not go, so another run will be walked in. 6-4 the score. And this Aces team is almost impossible to get out in the 3rd inning. They've already tacked on 3, and they still have not gotten an out.
Yeah, they just don't seem to have any kind of answer here.
Dylan Carroll steps in and flings a ball over his head.
Steps in and steps out.
1-0. One. Nasty pitch right there. Paints the top left side of the zone. 1-2. Got him, strike 3. So a much needed first out for Jake Oliver. And there's one away here in the top of the 3rd. Morgan Granich now steps in, who's 0 for 1 with 3 walks and a fly out. Hi there, 1-0. Hits him right there, and that'll be the first or the second out after looked like and Morgan Granich looks like he's shooken up right there.
Hit his other hand.
No, it hit the bat. It didn't hit his hand. I said it did not. So Moses Valdez will step in. 2 outs. Two outs here in the top of the third. 6-4 is the score. Swinging there, 0-1. One. Nice hack right there from Moses Valdez, but it'll even the count 2-2. Jake Oliver trying to get one more pitch to get this Enforcers team out of the inning. An emergency hack right there from Moses Valdez goes foul. So the 6th pitch of this at-bat coming up. 2-2 count. Top of the third, 2 outs. Aces holding on to a 6-4 lead. Got him. And never mind. So 63 on the gun. It's a no pitch, and right when he threw it, Jake Oliver pointed at the gun. I mean, you got bases loaded, so it's not like the base runners weren't going to call it out.
At least he's honest.
Slider curves outside. Full count. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Base is loaded. Hits him right there, and another run will come in. 7-4 now the score. And Aaron Schofield will step in. 1 for 4 here in game number 3. Jake Oliver already up to 80 pitches. In play, that hit his bat. He said it hit him. So it'll be a strike 1. Fouls off a slow breaker. 0-2. That ball is going back and caught for the out. Josh Gradwall. John Galgano was coming on. He had an easier play, but John snagged it right there. And the Enforcers will get out of the inning after a tough third inning where they could have closed it out. They need 3 to tie the game, 4 to walk it off.
Adele.
Oh, Babytron, of course.
Babytron.
Queen.
Say Creed.
John Party. Ooh, Wiz Khalifa.
Brad Paisley.
Here we go. John Galgano will lead it off. Dylan Carroll on the mound. First pitch swinging, and it's a foul ball, 0-1. Enforcers trying to get a win right here to avoid the sweep. They need 4 to do it. Dylan Carroll pitching much better than we're used to seeing from him. I'll be outside 2-1. That ball is going back, and that's out of here. John Galgano hits his first career home run in the AWA. And the Enforcers are within 2. 7-5 is the score.
Came at a perfect time, too. I mean, would have been better if I had a few runners on base, but hey, a run's a run. Got to get 2 more now.
Jake Oliver will step in after a great start to the inning. Jake Oliver, 1 for 1 in today's game with 3 walks. So he's got on base every single time, and no more important time to do it than right now. And he does not swing first pitch as we've seen, even though he'd like to.
It's surprising to see Morgan playing so far towards the right with, righty batters, but I guess Aaron is fast, and they've made it work so far.
That ball is popped up and caught from Dylan Carroll for the first out of the inning. So now what Jake Oliver had drawn up right there, and will rely on Chase Winkler to get some more runners on base here.
Is it drawn up or drawn up?
What?
He said not what he drawn up. I was just thinking, I don't know why.
I don't even know. 1-0. Fouled out of play, 1-1. Two and 1. Three and 1 count to Chase Winkler. Josh Gradwell waits on deck, and in the hole is John Galgano, who had just hit his first career AWA home run. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, certainly a confidence booster. Brock Playhouse of the Eastern Enforcers just showed up.
And that will walk Chase Winkler. Now Josh Gradwell will step in the would-be tying run. Looks at a first pitch ball. Good hack right there, but would have been a strike regardless. 2-1.
He was going for a dinger there.
3-1 count. Go ahead run on deck in the form of John Galgano. That ball's in play, fielded cleanly, and he gets the out at first. So a ground out there from Josh Gradwell, and there are 2 outs here.
Oh, they will get a runner in scoring position, so there's that.
John Galgano, best hitter today for this Enforcers lineup. It's 2 for 3 with a single, a home run, and a strikeout. As he looks at ball 1. Just out of play. And Dylan Carroll was crashing there. Anything close might have had a play. Just fouled out of play, 1 and 2. Fouls it out of play again. 3 straight foul balls to John Galgano. Got him. Strike 3, and the Aces continue their dominance. They sweep the Enforcers and still have not lost a game since June 4th. That'll do it here from Edmonds, Washington. We'll be back tomorrow. Pilots, Nighthawks for the second game in Week 9. We're almost done here in this regular season. Then will be the postseason. So that'll be it here from Edmonds, Washington. Remember, dingers or nothing. Good night, everyone.